Why do we find cats cuter than snakes? It really boils down to how our brains are wired, which in turn is based a lot on evolution. Cats, with their furry coats, big eyes, and generally small mouths, have a lot of the same features as human babies. This is no accident. Evolution shaped us to have a strong nurturing response to anything that remotely resembles a baby. It's a survival mechanism for our species. When you look at a kitten, your brain kind of goes, "Oh, look, it's a tiny, defenseless creature that I must care for." That's your deep evolutionary programming talking. And it doesn't hurt that they purr and meow in a way that is pleasing rather than threatening. Snakes, though, they're a different story. They don't have fur, they don't even have limbs, and they certainly don't have facial expressions that we can relate to. Many people have an almost instinctive aversion to snakes, which might have an evolutionary advantage too. Our ancestors who were cautious of snakes, many of which are poisonous, were more likely to survive and pass on their cautious genes. Add the fact that snakes can move in a way that seems unnatural or unpredictable to us, and you've got the recipe for something that's many people's worst nightmare rather than a cute pet. Also, consider cultural influences. In a lot of folklore and myth, cats are often portrayed as mystical but generally positive entities. Think of the revered status of cats in ancient Egypt. Snakes, on the other hand, tend to get a bad rap. They're often associated with deceit or evil. Think of the serpent in the Garden of Eden story. So when you're scrolling through your feed and you see a cat video, you're getting a double dose of feel-good vibes from both biology and culture. Meanwhile, a video of a snake is more likely to trigger wariness or outright fear, unless you're among the few who have a fascination with these reptiles. It's not that cats are objectively cuter. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, after all. But we're simply pre-programmed to be more drawn to creatures that remind us of our offspring. Cats just fit the bill a bit more naturally than our slithery friends. And we can't overlook the individual variants. I'm writing from Portland, Oregon, and out here amongst the forests and rivers. You'll find plenty of folks who find beauty in all sorts of wildlife, snakes included. It's about exposure, familiarity, and overcoming those instinctive biases. The more time you spend with any creature, the more you appreciate its unique charms, even if it doesn't have whiskers and a meow.